Okay, got the glue on all of these joints now, so we'll just quickly assemble that. The back there, so if that's the back, there's the right, goes in place. Just make sure they're in the right order. Could take a little bit of pressure to get these in because they're fairly tight little joints. The left. And the front top. So with these things in place, now if you've got a long box like mine, you may need to have a spacer stick inside here. So what I've done, because a long box, once we put clamping pressure on this, that's going to potentially bow that box a long way inwards. So we're going to put clamp pressure on this end and on that end, and also going in from the sides as well. So a little clamp block needs to be the same length as the shoulder. Mine was about 87, but yours will be different. So you measure that shoulder and cut a spacer block or a clamping block just to help you keep that apart. So we've got 4 clamps here. I think you'll be able to work out how to do this, but basically we need to have 2 clamps going long ways on this. And so what we'll do here is I'll put that in the long way. Let me think this through. I'm going to put it in long ways from the top. No, I'm not going to go from the bottom here like this because that's where the main pressure is. You just got to work this through as to where the best place for pressure is going to be on this. So just think it through. And the other thing is make sure that the clamp is not on the actual joint. Okay, so we've got the clamp is just off of the joint. And I know you could get away with one piece on the end here. It's not a super wide box, but any stage where you can get a second clamp in there, your glue joint will be much stronger if you can get one clamp per joint per direction. Okay, so if you put one in the middle of the piece of wood, the thing that's going to happen is you'll end up getting bowing from it. So here, just be careful with some of these. Like you've got to basically get the clamps on with just enough pressure that the 2 pieces of wood are pulled together, but with not so much pressure that it puts too much tension on it. So otherwise you will end up bowing the project. Okay, so in this case, we just basically lined up like this, and it seems like a bit of overkill for a little project like this, but trust me, you need to get the clamping so that those shoulders come together, because that's the only way your joint is going to be strong in the long term. So one more clamp on there, and even what I would do after I've done this is have a think about whether I can squeeze another clamp in somewhere else. So more clamps with light pressure is better than one clamp with heavy pressure. Okay, so that's basically clamped up like that so far, and that needs to dry for 3 hours. We need to get a wet cloth, wipe off the glue, and that's it for now.